known that,
But the great story is the one of the kid who really got the confidence.
yeah.
So say your name and where you're from.
I'm Terry Osborne from Bellevue Public Schools. The story I have is about how storytelling can make a difference. And in the kindergarten classrooms, we maybe spend 50% of our time telling stories. We don't always get to tell stories, but reading stories and telling stories is a great fun thing to do. So one time I was reading a story, which I like to read every year, and it's called Hooray for Wadney Wat, and it's by Helen Lester. And if a person hasn't read the story, they have to know that Wadney is a rodent who can't say his R's, and that's why his name is Wadney. And Wadney gets teased a lot, but by the end of the story, he becomes a hero. And so at this one kindergarten class, I was reading the story, just like I always do, and the kids were being entertained and liking it and so forth. And at the end of the story, that was that. We just, went on with whatever. And maybe 3 weeks later, we had a PTA activity, and a mom came up to me and she said, after you read that Rodney Rat story, or Wadney Wat, my daughter came home and she told us the whole story. She just loved it. But what we noticed was, before she couldn't say her R's, and after you read the story, she could say her R's. So how would I expect to have an impact on something as simple as that by reading a story? I didn't think that would ever happen, but the mom made a point to come and tell me that, yeah, what you did made a difference because our kid can say her R's.
And that gave the child the confidence to work with the language skills
that it was
that you've been helping to instill.
Yeah, and I'm sure the parents are going, well, how come you learned to say your R's? Where did that come from? And she said it was from the book.
Oh, that's so cool.
So I thought it was pretty neat too, and I remembered that because it's just one of those things. Yep, libraries, you can do it.
Thanks so much, Terry.
You're welcome.